Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tough day today. I mean, I traded much better than yesterday, and it's so funny too. It's like two things. One, it's like you trade better than a day that you win and you lose. So that's the first thing. And second thing too, yeah, I think it's just honestly a lot of chop, a lot of factors going into today in terms of why today was extremely tough for me. Let's go over the trades. So first trade, I think, is more impulsive. It still fit the system, right? If we go on replay, we kind of look at and see what happened here, right? So zone here. I'm trading MES today, by the way, so it's a little bit different. Zone, we pop, right? We popped, and for me, that was cool. That was good enough. Higher volume than what we've had so far. We popped. It's 8:13, right? It's not on the hour. Right? We are close to value area high, but to me, it's like we've been bullish. Our highs over here, this one was 639.50, this one was 639. This high right here was 639.75. So we popped, we kind of broke through it, but we came back. To me, that was good enough to break out of the zone, right? We pulled back, we came out on higher volume here as well, showing intent. We did come back immediately coming down, but then look what happens. Eat it, smaller volume here, and we popped, right? So then I added. My average was about 639 here. That's a textbook setup for me. That's a fine setup for me, right? But what I failed to realize is that even though we were having such high volume, that looks to be selling climax, right? It looks to be. Now, I know Trump was talking around this time too. That's something that I also failed to realize, but there was really nothing at that time. Let me just make sure. So this was at 8:26. There's really nothing at that time to suggest like, oh, Trump said something crazy to make the market go crazy, right? So there's nothing at that time. So I was thinking, oh, we're breaking out. I added more, right? But then what happened immediately? You shoot down, lower volume. So I was like, I'm okay. Shoot down again, a little bit higher volume. My stop loss was underneath this big green candle right here, and we get stopped out, right? So Um, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's not the worst trade in the world. I think maybe I could have waited for something like this to come down and then we see what happens afterwards, right? But this is where I start getting chopped up. Afterwards, we added again at 8:43 because I was like, that's another decent green candle on decent volume. Again, not the highest, right? So we add right here, and then I was like, okay, like maybe that was just like a quick pullback. We come back into the zone, get some buying here. I think we're fine, right? And then we get stopped out again, right? So where did we get stopped out here? We got stopped out after buying in here. We got stopped out, I think, on this candle right here. Why? I was scared, right? My stop loss should have been down here. It should have been. And I got stopped out here because I was like, oh, I see this wick here. That's not even a really good wick to put your stop loss under, right? But I got stopped out. In reality, if I'm being completely honest, I should still be in this trade, right? Even though I think we're heading lower ultimately, and we'll see maybe by the end of the video it'll say like, okay, we're gonna get stopped out eventually here, right? Or maybe we'll head higher, right? And I'll be like, oh, my setup did work, right? So maybe we'll get stopped out, but eventually we'll see what happens. I just want to see if my setup would have worked, right? And again, that's not a bad setup. My stop loss placement was bad. That was poor, right? So I shouldn't have been stopped out. So we went again. One last time. Well, actually, second to last time here. End up buying on this green candle on somewhat higher volume. Now it's starting to become pathetic, right? I'm like, okay, maybe we are heading higher. I just got stopped out too quick. I should still be in this trade, right? And then I closed on this candle. It was actually full red bar right there, full red bar on this wick, very thin hammer, right? And we bounced. I was like, well, maybe I should still be in, but no. 3 minutes later, one, two, three, we dropped down, and I only added one contract there for $15 just to see. I'm like, well, my daily loss limit is $400, so I got stopped out. So really tough day, honestly. A lot of chop. I know we've had a lot of red folder news this week, so and today was part of it, right? Tomorrow will be some of it too. I forgot what numbers are coming out. Let me actually check real quick for Reds Factory. Let's see. So I think in the morning we have GDP coming out, and oh no, that was today. So that's all Wednesday. So let's see some more. So we have unemployment numbers coming out at 8:30 tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's something to take into account too. Whenever we have these monthly numbers coming out, I should be very wary of trading the night before, you know. I think another thing to really think about too is where you're at on the chart. Now, I don't really pay too much attention to like the daily and the weekly, right? Because I'm more of an immediate trader. But if you can look and see where we're at, I was literally looking for targets. I'm like, where is a good target for me to aim? We haven't been at these levels since the beginning of the month, right? This is the end of the month. Technically, it's May 1st when I dropped this video. But we have not been at these levels since March 31st, April 1st, before the whole tariff. So we've actually made everything back, which is kind of insane, right? But that would be the target. But look how far. It's the whole month that you're looking at that you're like, oh, that's our target, you know? So that's also one. Too, look at this hourly candle. I mean, we are so high up. We're barely moving now. You know, it's so easy to get chopped up in these areas here too. We're so far away from prior day value area high, prior day point of control. You know, I'm not saying that you can't trade like that, but when you're so far away from targets, it makes it very difficult to trade, right? So I think that's a lesson learned for me today. Again, it's so funny. Yesterday should have been a bad day for me. I ended up green. Today was like a decent day trying our stuff. We end up red, right? And again, technically, if I'm being technical, we should still be in this trade, right? I should have taken it here, right? Maybe we get some buys down here. Our stop loss is down here. We see this red candle, we're a bit scared, but we come back up. We come back down, we're coming back up. So technically, we should still be in this trade. Volume profile, again, is supporting all of this, right? According to my philosophy and how I trade. So if you come to the last pivot point, which could end up being this one now, you can move your stop here if you wanted to for less of a stop loss. But really, if my stop was here at 634, a little bit below 634, and we're in the 640s right now, you would want to see us push on high volume to be like, okay, I can move my stop up here, and then depending on where we go, if we hit these highs, then I can move my stop up higher. So um that's what you'd want to see. And it could be happening right now on this candle. Let's see. Yeah. So I should still be in this trade. My setup should still be in play. It doesn't mean that it would work, right? We had multiple opportunities. I think I just executed wrong, right? And I think one of the things too, Vic, that I want to tell myself for the future when I watch this back, right, is that I've been ever since I started gambling, I've been so impatient, right? Even though this is a decent setup right here, I would like to wait for it to pull back, you know? Let it pull back. Let it pull back, right? Then enter, right? Enter on this candle here. You could add one here, come back down, add a few more at this base here. Your stop loss is here, so you're fine, right? And being patient with the setup. Another thing too is my sizing. So that first trade, I added 10 contracts. We were up like $200. Hindsight 2020, I should have just closed the trade, but I didn't know, right? So then I should have set it to break even. You know, that's another thing too. It's like don't be afraid to set your stuff to break even. You don't have to take the loss like that, you know? And if it's showing if it comes all the way down and it shows another entry and it presents itself, then you take it, you know? So that's another lesson for myself too. But sizing is one of the hardest things for me to do right now. It's been so difficult. I'm like, I'm willing to risk 200 to $400 a day. In reality, I kind of want to risk like only $200 a day. I still want to trade this account conservatively today. Was multiple stabs at it, so I don't mind, right? But um, it's like 200 to $400 a day, $400 max, which we hit today. We locked our account after that. It's fine, you know? Um, but how do I size into trades? You know, like look, so I this one I added three here, and I just added three $1.50 later on this candle, which is fine. That's okay, right? But then we got stopped out. So we take it. That's fine. But here we added three, then two, you know, got stopped out for seven, right? And then we added again, two, then one, then three, got stopped out for six. You know, so it's like how am I sizing? How am I trading this? What am I supposed to do? You know? And I think I need to just gradually be patient and add when I'm supposed to and then go from there. So that is my issue. It looks like this trade, again, I should still be in this trade from here. You know, depending on how many contracts we added, I don't know how much we'd be up right now, but maybe $80, maybe $100, maybe more. You know, we should be up right now, but it happens. It happens. I didn't execute that well today. I didn't size appropriately today. I took too many stabs at it as well, you know, and I think I really do think that my sizing was really bad today. If we had to talk from a technical standpoint, my sizing was poor, and I think my psychology was poor too, you know, because I rushed one, didn't set it to break even, lost, and then because of that loss, I was a bit more scared, taking stop losses where really in reality they should be down at this last pivot point here. Um, and that's how it goes, and that's literally how it goes. So it is what it is. We're here, still alive, still in the game. Balance at 438 on the Express. We're still $2,000 away from passing these accounts. It can happen, you know. I shouldn't put a time limit on it, even though it's like I think my rebuild date is on the 15th. I want to say so. I don't want to be rebuild, but at the same time, it's like we can't rush it. Let's just focus on the process, obsess on taking good setups, obsess on the process, obsess on the way that we're supposed to trade, right? And today we did somewhat of that, I would say, but it can always be better. You know, it can always be better. So I'm very interested to see what happens here. I really hope to see it go up just to confirm that our trade was correct. But also, I kind of want to see it go down to be like, hey, bro, like you're fine not trading this. You were fine getting out early, you know. So either way, I'd rather see my setup work and me not execute properly than my setup not work at all, because it'll give you more confidence that your setup works. You just didn't do it correctly. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know how your month started. For me, obviously, it didn't really start that well. It happens though. I'm not really too pressed on it. We'll get some better setups at another point. So hopefully the market kind of does well, you know, and sets up and presents itself well to the point where I can have good setups. So, um, but yeah, let me know how your month is going. Let's see how things go this month. Really hoping to get that first payout sometime this month in May. It'd be really awesome. It'd be exciting. You know, it'd be a huge step in the right direction, but I have to remember that we cannot rush this process. We cannot tell ourselves that there's a due date. We cannot tell ourselves that, oh, we need this to happen by a certain time, right? We just need to trade well. And if you focus on the process, you're obsessed with the process, and your process is good, and you continue to trade in that manner, then the rest will take care of itself, you know, and that first payout will come. So, anyway, guys, that's about it. Um, Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys have a good month. And yeah, keep trading stoically.